Shalom.
We the real Hebrews like to come in week out, day in, day out to prophesy the downfall and destruction of America, also known as Babylon the Great, according to the Holy Scriptures. Before we get started, we want to give all glory, honor, and praises to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Chadash.
Love honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone, Rule, Shalom, Rakasah, Labakia, peace and mercy to the elect. All right, you'll be back here another week.
What's the time again? Prophecy and news.
Prophecy and news, 2025, the hopeful year of our deliverance. I'm always that's the slogan, sentiment, sentiments. You know what I'm saying? The hopeful year of our deliverance, destruction and judgment, Esau, Edom, prophecy and news. All right, because that's how we measure the times, pursuant to the scriptures, the things that's coming upon the earth. All right, because everything that's taking place and transpires according to the prophecies of the Holy Scriptures. So brothers got some articles, we got precepts, of course. So we all got it.
All right. This is an article from NBC News. It says, Virginia City Councilman Lee Vogler doused in gasoline and lit on fire in attack at his office. It says a man poured gasoline on a Virginia City Councilman and set him on fire Wednesday, police said. Danville City Councilman member Lee Vogler, 38, was attacked at his office of a local media outlet, Showcase Magazine, where he worked in Danville, a small city roughly 45 miles northwest of Greensboro, North Carolina, police said in a statement. A man entered the office Wednesday morning and confronted Republican lawmaker before he doused him in the flammable liquid, authorities said. Vogler and the suspect then exited the building where the suspect lit Vogler on fire, they said. Police said Vogler, the city council youngest member, was airlifted to the hospital and that his conditions remains unknown.
That's it?
Yeah.
Right, so you seeing more and more people getting hostile towards the government, man.
Yeah.
Okay? Because they're fed up with their way of life, how it's transpired to mainly Edomites. Because Jake been going through the shit, man. Alright? Jake been going through the shit. Okay? These Edomites, they're complaining because now they're like niggas now. They found out that they're not part of the future, that they come up with the deep state terms and the 99%. Well, yes, the 99% and the 1%. All right, and the average six-pack Joe, all right, Budweiser buying Joe, okay, he's not part of the having things, man. He's just a regular peon. All right, and they're mad about it because Esau's not showing their blessing. Amalek and these small hats, they get exposed, man. Okay, well, basically, forget that scripture. I'll call for it.
Okay, this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15. I'm going to start at verse number 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction.
No, get straight to the point.
Verse 16. For there shall be sedition amongst men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Right, so people won't start doing what the fuck they want, man. Okay, when they can't afford to live, all right. As the tough gets going, how it go? As the tough gets going,
the going gets tough.
The going gets tough, man. Okay, and we live in those times, and you see in every movie, all right, how the leaders up top, when they don't take care of the people, what do? Okay, they come against them, man. And we're living in those times, man. So the brothers read that article, all right, this Edomite lost it. We don't know if it was set up or whatnot, but anyway, either way, that's what's coming any doggone way, man. Okay, they taking out government officials, all right, and there's gonna be more and more that happen, man, because what, man, we're coming towards the end when people gonna lose their shit, man. Okay.
Can I read this definition for you real quick?
What's that?
The definition of the word lawlessness is a state of disorder due to disregard of the law.
Yep.
No, it says the state of disorder due to the disregard of the law. So pretty much people gonna disregard the law, man.
Yep.
People gonna disregard the mandates, because Esau, when all hell break loose, he come with mandates. People gonna disregard it and just do as they please, man.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is on July 24th, 2025. President Trump issued an executive order titled Ending Crime and Disorder on America's Streets. This order aims to address homelessness and public safety concerns by prioritizing treatment, accountability, and enforcement of anti-vagrancy laws. It directs federal agencies to support the expanded use of civil commitment and institutional treatment for individuals with mental illness or substance use disorders, while also conditioning federal grant funding on the enforcement of anti-vagrancy laws.
Right, so in more budget cuts towards funding, towards people that are less fortunate.
I got something for Google. It says anti-vagrancy laws are legal measures designed to address or prevent vagrancy, a term historically used to describe people who are homeless, unemployed, or without a fixed residence, and who are perceived as a public nuisance. These laws often target behaviors like public sleeping, loitering, and begging, and have been criticized for disproportionately affecting marginalized populations, particularly the homeless. And you see that with people sleeping in the parks, they put up spikes and things like that on benches and underneath bridges to try to prevent, seeing people sleeping. Hey, I live in an area where there's a lot of, I forget the term that I want to use, but homeless, okay? There's a lot of homelessness over there, and you see people up at any hour of the night. You see what I'm saying? Just roaming the streets, some digging through trash. All right, many of them on the side of the freeways. It's like they rotate shifts on the sides of the freeways, man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so they're trying to do something about it. That's again anti-vagrancy laws.
But then you got a lot of people who ain't even actually homeless that portray like they homeless out there just to get money.
Yep.
And then they don't fucking go around the corner and pull off in the bins.
Yep.
Go ahead.
This is Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 4,
Yeah.
verse 1. It said, "My son, defraud not the poor of his living, and make not the needy eyes wait long."
Go to the next one.
Verse 4, it says, "Reject not the supplication of the afflicted, neither turn away thy face from a poor man."
Keep going.
Verse 8 says, "Let it not grieve thee to bow down thine ear to the poor, and give him a friendly answer with meekness."
Go ahead, get in there, though.
Yeah, break it down.
That word that I was thinking of that the brother Mark gave, it was the word derelict. You got a lot of derelicts, and that's it. That number is increasing across all 50 states and abroad outside the U.S., but focusing here on the West. That number is ever growing, man. Homelessness is increasing. People can't afford it.
Yep. And them people that just sit at the top.
Oh, so like I want to add one more point. You got a bunch of RVs out in California lined up along the highways, and you got the pretty much like the governors that's trying to make it illegal to do so, saying it's not right for children to grow up living in RVs. But really, they're trying to put them in homes so that they can tax them, so they can pay utilities, so they can pay the California prices. But if you know about California real estate, all the houses, even if it's a small house, are hundreds of, if not millions of dollars, man. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, man. So look that up. Dealing with RVs alongside the state routes, man, the highways.
Hang on, more. I was gonna say this remind me of a video we did a long time ago dealing with Esau. He created a list on attacking the world problems, and homelessness was on that list.
Yeah.
But he's the actual cause of it.
Yeah, he's the cause of these problems, man. It was a list we had went through. I think it was the EU or it was like top 10. No, it was the top 10 problems of the world or something along those lines. And then it went through like the top problems, like global problems. You know what I'm saying? Like world, like poverty. Poverty was one of them. Homelessness, war, hunger, and there's a few other things. But yeah, Esau, he has the ability to actually change these things and actually benefit mankind, but he won't do it, man. So we understand what it is, man. We just gotta keep doing what we doing, man, because this man gonna go down real soon, man. But I got the precept, brother wanted. This is Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse 11. It says, "For the poor shall never cease out of the land." It says, "Therefore I command thee." It says, saying, "Thou shalt open thy hand wide unto thy brother, to thy poor." It says, "And to thy needy, and in thy land." Yeah. So yeah, if Esau Edom, if he really followed the scriptures, man, he would do with this precept and other precepts brothers read, man. You will open up your hand wide to your neighbor, because he'll say, oh, you know, we're neighbors, we're brothers. You know what I'm saying? So he don't love to try to pull that wool over Jake's eyes, but you ain't really abiding by the scriptures, man. All right.
Well, like I said, you have trillionaires. Yeah. When you estimate their money worth, you can't even spend that in a couple lifetimes.
Yeah.
So it's fucking ridiculous. Like, how the fuck are you talking about homelessness and poverty when you have these millionaires, trillions? Apparently, Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, as they say. This nigga, he's in the Forbes magazine. This nigga's not even close to those numbers, man. If you can count your money, you ain't got no money. Look, Ma, he said he had something.
I had a quick, just real quick.
Go ahead.
Because what you just said, I gotta get it in the precept, just something that you said. Because we did a video on this a while ago too, but we did $1 trillion. But when you just type in on simple Google search, how long would it take to spend $1 billion? It says the amount of time it would take to spend $1 billion depends entirely on how much is spent per unit of time. For example, if one were to spend $10,000 per day, it would take about 274 years to spend $1 billion, man. That they said if you spent $10,000 per day, it would take you 274 years to spend $1 billion, bro. And that's just 1 billion. We ain't talking about 2 billion, 3 billion. That's one. This is the man that we dealing with, man. This nigga greedy, man. And he got it like he a devil, man.
And here it is, we struggle to make ends meet with $1,000 a week, or $1,000, a couple thousand in a month. Man.
That's wild.
This is real quick. Psalms chapter 73 and 12. It says, "Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world; they increase in riches." So these people that's the ungodly, they increase in their riches, man. During the COVID, you know, certain individuals like Jeff Bezos, you know, they multiplied their riches, man, during what was known as a epidemic.
Yeah, that's why they tore gasoline on them. these other motherfucking Edomites. You know what I'm saying? The middle class. That's the ones who doing that shit. The middle class Edomites. You know, they destroyed the middle class with the Crown Royal 1-9, with the motherfucking, you know, the inoculation. We inoculate all these motherfuckers. You gotta get it. You get inoculation. You get inoculation. Also, Oprah Winfrey type shit, passing out Toyota. That motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And that's going back to the original, prophecy and news about that politician. I did a lesson on the Edomite. And you know who doused them with goddamn gasoline? Another Edomite. You feel me? It wasn't no Jake that came up there, doused the nigga with gasoline and set him on fire. That's not our, you know what I'm saying? We'll do that. I mean, you know, the Northern Kingdom, the Mexican niggas, they they burn you up and shit, but, you know, I'm talking about in this day and age, niggas just get a sword and bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. You know what I'm saying? That's why these people, these constituents, because the politicians supposed to represent the people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They supposed to be the voice of the people, the politicians. They call the citizens constituents, man. And the representatives is the politicians. So average people coming to the realization these politicians, they ain't for us. Man.
They not for us.
You know.
I got a couple points I want to make, adding to brother's points. That what comes to mind is the healthcare CEO who was earlier this year, you know, deleted. I believe it was earlier this year. Might have been
Yeah.
But that was recent news. You know, he was a healthcare CEO who got unalived. I believe that was upstate New York, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that was in New York, man.
Luigi.
Yeah, Luigi, by a guy named Luigi. People talking about you gonna get Luigi.
Yeah, they gonna douse some more motherfuckers.
Was it United Healthcare?
Yeah.
I had that shit.
What it was.
They do deny you on some shit.
That's
Yeah.
what it was.
They deny you on a lot of shit.
So here it is, you paying into a fund of insurance, and when you need it most, you can't cash in on it. You know?
Yeah, cause all that shit really like a Ponzi scheme. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. You know, the new people that they bring in, recruit, for lack of a better term. That's how they know the money that they're compensated off the new individuals who, they use that money to pay off debt. It's a fucking Ponzi scheme. That's why. You know what I'm saying? The insurance industry is a fucking a sham. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if brothers aware that you had, and I believe Lorraine, I could be wrong, but I believe it was in Ohio. The cops they got shot, they got ambushed, and they had all the cops from all these different rural areas doing miles long. I got it on video. I got caught up in it, man.
Me too.
I got it on video. They had miles long worth of cop cars. It was like a show of force.
That's a sign of solidarity.
Yeah.
Let niggas know they all this one. We all. That's what it's gonna be.
They did that as a show of force because they trying to show that we have power in numbers. Dealing with
The police, y'all outnumbered. The
outnumbered.
motherfuckers outnumbered. 7-1, 12-1. The police officers in the cities. In the middle, matter how many municipalities come together, man. It's millions of fucking people in the state of Ohio. It's like, bro, you niggas don't stand a chance. They got other motherfucking militias that outnumber the police, bro. The police ain't on them. That's why the police gonna go on strike. Just like on the RoboCop 1987. The cops, them niggas was on strike. They didn't want no smoke. The criminals were so bad. Right. That's why they killed RoboCop. The one nigga blew his shit off with a shotgun. Blew his shit off with a shotgun, bro. The dad, bro. And then put a motherfucking hollow point in his head. Like, that's how they gonna be doing the cops, bro. That's why they gonna have the drones and the fucking Boston Dynamics robots patrolling the streets and shit like that. That's why when they came up with RoboCop, he was bulletproof. You know what I'm saying? He ate applesauce. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they want it to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I got something. When I'm like,
Go, you about to say something?
Oh no, I was gonna say what proves the other point was, remember with George Floyd, remember when he got killed, it showed that the people outnumbered the police, man.
Yeah, that's why you had a lot of police departments in different counties. They was resigning.
Yeah.
Like the whole police force, everybody quit.
Yep.
Hey, it's an article too going into the government. They having talks right now into pulling funders from the states and cities over the ICE situation. Because all the states and cities, some of them not on board, so they talking about pulling the funding. And for those who know that most of the funding, it goes to the police districts and stuff like that.
Everything they able to get them new ass cars and Challengers and
Right.
Dodge Chargers.
Yeah, them niggas be having Hellcats.
Yeah.
We go to the major cities. You know what I'm saying? We go to Georgia. They got the highway patrol. They call it the Black Hawk unit or something like that. These niggas be having Hellcats and Track Hawks, bro.
Yeah, dudes be passing camp like
Indiana, I remember, man, one time me and you was driving through Indiana. They had a fucking a Track Hawk, motherfucking state trooper parked on the side of the street, man.
That's the spirit. They got the show that they bait you in to race them. Police being like a Hellcat, and then they'll start a race on the freeway and then cut the lights on.
They be in other cars too. They be in Mustangs, 5.0s, you know what I'm saying? They be in other cars besides just Track Hawks and shit.
You got the scripture.
All right, this 2nd Ezra 13 and 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another.
Right, because one people against another. You had the situation happen there in Cincinnati, Ohio, where the Jake, and then this was so fucked up right here, man. They constantly, they ain't telling the full story with the news. They paint Jake as the bad guy because the Edomite started, he punched the Jake in the face because he started talking shit. He's a Russian guy that said, and a whole bunch of other Jake, because the Jake didn't do nothing when he punched him in the face. Was showing you he didn't escalate to initiate the fight. Well, all the rest of Jake jumped in because the spirit on Jake, the Lord gonna put on that break. He roused him up, man. He tired of racist shit, man. So they whipped his ass and whipped his girlfriend ass, right? And now they point us out to be the thug when this nigga initiated. The president J.D. Vance, He said we gotta take care of these thugs that did the shit. What about the thug ass Edomite that started this shit?
It was always gonna be like that. That's how Esau weaponized the media. He always gotta use Jake as, you gotta paint Jake in that bad light. You know what I'm saying? So the world can view Jake as the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You gonna say something?
Well, the scriptures say Judah shall become a terror, or be a terror unto Egypt, roughly paraphrasing. So that's what the Edomites always do, man. You know what I'm saying? They got some, what's the name of it? Go ahead, read it.
In Psalms chapter 50, verse 16, but unto the wicked Yahweh saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, and that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?
Is that 17?
No, this is the next verse.
It's 17.
Verse 17, it says, seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee.
Go to 18.
Verse 18, when thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers. Thou gavest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit.
Yes, go ahead.
It says, verse 20, thou sittest.
Well, I gotta say something, because, like, you know, you read through a lot. There's a lot of meat right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Even 16 and 17 verse, but that 18 verse, bring that 18 verse back again.
Psalms 50 and 18, when thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers.
Read verse 19.
Thou gavest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit.
All right, so this is going into the mindset of the Edomite, man. The mindset, of course, we know is twofold, because you got Jake, wicked Jake, you know what I'm saying, that cast the word of the Lord behind them, and they don't want nothing to do with righteousness and the ways of the Lord. But obviously, we use this pertaining to what Esau Edom, man, because this nigga has the actual Bible to rule this world and govern the world by the Bible, but he doesn't do it. What he literally do away with, he literally does that in court, man. Yeah. This nigga, he'll have you swearing on the Bible, all right? And then he'll literally put the Bible to the side, and now he get to judge you with his own BS codes, man.
Yeah,
his own BS laws.
They just had a Jake on there. They try to make him swear on the Bible. He like, no, I don't do that.
Right. Like, so even if I did swear on the Bible, y'all ain't gonna judge me by this. Y'all gonna judge me by your own laws, man. This is the system that we complaining about, man. If you a viewer online or you walk past the camp and you want to know what them guys with the garments talking about, we talking about the unrighteousness that happens on a day-to-day basis, man. And you people out there, you just cool with it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Verse 20, it says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thy own mother's son.
That slanders that own mother's son. Like we were saying, the incident happened in Cincinnati, and now you had another incident happening in NYC, where you had this gunman, which was a Jake. He had this big ass rifle walking into a building. What was it, like some type of I think a police building or something like that.
I thought he was talking about NFL. NFL. You talking about the NFL dude?
Yeah, that dude, man. Yeah, man.
Dude.
Like I forgot exactly what it was all about, but anyway, it was a Jake.
Yeah, he said he was suffering from CTE. That's what he wrote a letter saying he was suffering from CTE. So he was trying to shoot up the NFL owners at their meeting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Well, I got a little point. Yeah, man. They use Jake. They paint. They slanders their own mother's children, man. Okay, because we brothers with Esau, man. So he's gonna paint us as the face of terror, man. All right. And like, how the fuck you got all these CCTV cameras everywhere, right? And anybody see that, man? This nigga got this long ass rifle in broad daylight. This shit happened around 6:30, and he just shot. He walked in the. How the fuck you get in the building, man? And he started popping niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but notice it was Jake, man. And they had to highlight that this is a radical. Okay, y'all go ahead, speak.
I got a precept. This is Psalms chapter 10, verse 2. The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Right, and right now the poor, is being Jake. The poor is Jake because they're the lowest of the low amongst all nations, man. And that's who Esau Edom is targeting. He's targeting the Israelites. You know, mainly, for real, he's targeting the prophets of the Israelites, because you also had that situation with that Edomite lady, right? And I believe it was that Montana, who was trying to run over guys in IUIC. You know, and even in the media, they didn't really speak about the action of what the lady did. They was really speaking about how the congregation, the IUIC was a hate speech and a hate crime and this, that, and the third, man. So that's the dynamic that Esau is pushing. That basically black people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians are the issue of America, and that if we persecute them and, you know, basically restrict them even more, then everything will be better.
Well, they said the apostles done said that Trump is Nero in the reincarnation. And when you go into the history of the 12 Caesars, you know what I'm saying, going into the Roman Empire, the 12 feathers pursuant to the scriptures, man, when you go into that, Nero, I think he was like the 6th, if I'm mistaken, I forget, 6th or the 7th, if I'm mistaken, I forget the numbers. But he burnt the city of Rome, and he blamed it on the Jews, you see?
Oh, don't forget that he burned it down for what purpose? To recreate it the way he wanted it.
Right.
And this is the same scenario. They want to burn. That's why all these floods, NYC, Hawaii, what's another one?
New York.
I said that one. It was another one. I forgot. It was the flood, the recent floods they doing.
Texas?
Hawaii. It was Hawaii and California. It was a tsunami.
Yeah, them floods. It ain't no just Mother Nature shit. He's doing it through his HARP program, the weapons program, okay, to take these cities down. And like I said before, build up smart cities, man. That's his grand scheme, his plan. The sustainable development, the 2030 agenda. What did they call it? Something else? The 2030 something what?
The UN
2030 agenda.
It might be that.
Agenda 2030.
Agenda 2030.
Agenda 2030, man.
Yeah, exactly.
So they have a plan, and that's the time period on Trump where he has to get out of office. So they plan on getting all this shit done before that year, basically, man. Because he's out of office in what?
29, I think.
29. Is that Mario? 4 years to rule? Be in the office?
Yeah.
4
years. 4 years.
28.
No, he got it in 2025.
So
So
he got elected.
It's only get 4 years.
So he got
20 years, 20 years, 29. Yeah, because I make a file. But point being is, yeah, man, he wants to get all this shit done. They trying to rush, man, because they see the prophecies happen and all that stuff like that. So they're rushing, man. All right, and then they're making shit happen. And this dude Trump has got to do it, man. Real quick, get that, and then y'all speak on it.
This is Sirach chapter 35 and verse 17. It says, "The prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds,
Yes, sir.
until it come nigh, he will not be comforted, and will not depart till the Most High shall behold to judge
All the way to
righteously
20 verse.
and execute judgment." Verse 18. "For the Lord will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient toward them, till he have smitten and sundered the loins of the unmerciful."
Real quick, it's going down a list of, like, cause this is talking about if you link that with Luke the 18th chapter about the bride. I mean about the widow, the water. It tell you that the elect they're not gonna be satisfied until these things happen. Literally, that's the. I'm gonna let the brother keep going through it, man.
This is Sirach chapter 35 and verse 18. It says, "For the Lord will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient toward them, till he have smitten and sundered the loins of the unmerciful."
So if I could add, because you did, Amar, you did that lesson earlier within the week, that the Lord is going to avenge us of our adversaries.
Yes.
And that's what that's talking about.
Yep.
The elect is going to keep continuing to complain and make prayer and supplication to the Lord until the Lord avenge us of our adversaries.
Yep.
And it's written in prophecy that he would do that. All of these things that's being brought out, the articles, the things that Trump is doing, it's leading up to the Lord avenging, and executing vengeance upon Esau, man.
And that's in heaven and on earth.
Here it says the loins of the unmerciful. So he's going after his generations.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? His children.
Yep.
You know. It says Sirach 35 and 18, "For the Lord will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient toward them, till he have smitten and sundered the loins of the unmerciful, and repaid vengeance to the heathen."
Go to 19.
No, keep going some more.
Yeah, it's only 20.
Till he have taken away the multitude of the proud and broken the scepter of the unrighteous. Verse 19. Till he have rendered to every man according to his deeds, and to the works of men according to their devices, till he have judged the cause of his people and made them to rejoice in his mercy. Verse 20. Mercy is seasonable in the time of affliction, as clouds of rain in the time of drought.
The Lord gonna get that mercy out, man. And we're in the time of affliction, man. Yeah. Okay, and that's like the brother read. It was the 18th verse, 19th verse.
19 and 20.
And then he gonna break the wicked. Go read it one more time. About the wicked.
This is
Oh, you know, I remember. It said every man according to his deeds. And Esau has been sowing nothing but wickedness and evil in the earth, man. Okay, so he's gonna get according to what he's been doing, man.
Yeah.
You reap what you sow, my dude.
Yep.
Okay, and all these Christians and stuff like that, they looking for a way out, like they using vocab. No, man, this shit gonna go down. You gonna get your due justice, all right? Because you didn't fight for your homes, my guy.
I got a precept for you. This is Proverbs 1 and verse 31. It says, therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices.
Oh, that's why these the colored nations, this damn devil, he can't go nowhere no more, man. All right, he's going on vacation and stuff like that. The people of color, they want to they point a finger at you like this dude's a terrorist, man. You know what I'm saying? They want to whoop your ass. They want to get at you, man. Okay, so this man is going back to the Cain situation where he's a wanderer and a vagabond. Okay, he can't find no place of refuge no more. You know, because people seeing it, man. Check out it.
Because the world is really starting to hate the Edomite man and woman. You know, because it was a video I watched. When you look at the ratings of Trump, Trump's ratings has dropped. You know what I'm saying? What do I mean by that? I mean his approval ratings, right? Water. Like his approval ratings went down, meaning people that were invested into him and believed in his ideas and what he had to offer and bring forth, his promises and all the other shit that he was talking about in the campaign. People were like, man, he full of it, man. He ain't fall through none of that stuff. So that's why his ratings starting to drop. And it show you that ratings reflect what the masses of the people think.
Your woman is cleaving onto us now, man. That's how you know. That's how you know. No, but this is a sign. This is a sign that power is being transferred.
God.
You got them the video about Russian women. It's how they desire Jake, man. Okay. They desire Jake, man. I'm talking from all, not just from Southern Kingdom, from North Kingdom on down, man. Okay. Your woman wants us because women what? They cleave onto power, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Hypergamous. They want the top tier guy, but you always been that.
Yeah.
But like I said, they starting to see the power transfer. So this is a sign of you going down, my dude. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
This whole chapter is good. I'm getting to the point. 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 8, it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Right? And it said, because that's a point, but it's making the fact that Esau is being revealed on the world stage, especially Amalek. You know what I'm saying? Because literally, them specifically, all Esau as a whole, but them, because you go to the comment section, getting different social media platforms, everybody's talking about them now. And there used to be a time where they were like off limits. You know what I'm saying? People would even try to stand up for them and talking about you can't say that because what they went through with Hitler and stuff like that. But now people are just calling them out like, no, these people are wicked, man. They people are actually going to look things up now. All the different industries and wicked things, it all goes back to the leader of the companies. There's always Amalekite.
Oh, they calling them out. How they know they ain't the people of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? They talking about it, DNA testing and all that stuff like that. It's actually I think it's a law within the land where if you do DNA testing, you're gonna get penalized. Shit like you're gonna get in trouble, basically, man. Okay, but they people are checking on, they questioning the small hats, and they saying like they beliefs don't line up with the scriptures because they don't even believe in Yahweh Shai, a lot of them. Okay, and then you know what I'm saying, the whole thing about the Gaza Strip, that's what really pissing people off. They're saying like, hold up, they killing innocent people and babies and stuff. This shit that went down, this back and forth with Iran, that exposed them, man. Okay, and then people are are they're against them. That's why they keep coming with all these anti-Semitism laws, man.
Right.
Okay.
Right, because they showing they constantly keep being the aggressor, but again, they always act like they playing defense. They always act like everybody's just harassing them, and they're trying to defend themselves. Like, no, Esau, Edom as a whole, but especially the Amalekites, they like brothers mentioned about things going on between them and Gaza and stuff right now. They're always the aggressor. They're the ones starting the conflict, and if you dare to defend yourself, then they try to point to you and say you're a terrorist. Right.
Right.
At least with Isaiah 47, I shall no more be called tenure and delicacy, right? Because you claim to be innocent, but you're not innocent. You know, you're the bully.
Yep.
I got a precept real quick. This is Jeremiah 51 and verse 6. I can start at the point is in 7. It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. For this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Right, so the Lord is visiting this place, Babylon. Right, you don't want to be cut off in it. If you're part of the elect, you're going to repent and turn to this wisdom. You know, but everybody else, they're going to be cut off in her iniquity. They're going to be destroyed right along with Babylon. You know, verse 7 it says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. You see, so these nations, you know, are pissed off with Babylon and they're going to destroy her via those nukes. You know, because they drunk of her wine, right? Her philosophies, her democracy, things like that, and they've been bamboozled. So now they pissed off, and they're gonna burn out, you know, the smithereens.
Speaking of that, they did it. Trump, he sealed a deal with the EU, as far as the terrorists, because he was terroristing them.
Yeah.
He put terrorists on them too. This dude, he wasn't playing. He's getting everybody, man. He like everybody owes money, man. All right, that's all about campaign, make America great again. Because he put terrorists on the whole doggone world, man. All right, but they had to seal a deal. It was less of a terror. They still got terror, but it was less of a terror than the other countries went out. But they weren't happy with that deal, man. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna start feeling the effects of the price rising. All right, the price is rising on the food, and in some countries it's already taking effect. But when it really gets to the hyperinflation type deal, when it like people say I absolutely cannot afford this, it's gonna get greedy out here, man. All right, and this is where the nastiness of the scriptures, as Elder Apostle Ramla said, man, is going to really kick in, man, because people are on edge. All right, and they're so close to losing it with the laws that he's been passed through his presidency in this short period of time. It's like they can't, people can't do it, man. It's like, what the fuck do you want me to do? If it Edomites complaining like Jake, they complain like Jake. I'll complain. I can't feed my family. I can't do nothing. I can't vacation.
Yeah, get that scripture.
Shit,
lack of bread, great tribulation.
Yeah.
Get that. Get the other one also where it talk about swords in their hands. You know what I'm saying? Because the brother read the precept about sedition, but it's gonna escalate to where people get that go get the gun. You know that for you good. It was a comedian named Jeremiah Phillips. Nigga said go get the gun. Well, it was also another video that went viral on social media of the little Jake boy. I guess he got beat up and he was out of breath and some shit. He's like, go get the gun! You know, Jake. You know what I'm saying? So that's the direction that this society is headed towards, man. You see the point of no return. Once the straps come out, man, once blood is shed, see, that's why niggas can't stop beefing in the hood right now. Because they say niggas it's all blood over this shit. You know what I'm saying? Once the scraps get to going, man, the blood get to being shed, and you know, like I said, it's the point of no return, man. You know? You got something?
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Second Ezra chapter 15. And the point is in 15, but I'm going to start at 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Whoa. We constantly, this is a repetitive cycle of the scriptures. Repetitive. We recycle the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Woe, death, destruction, adversity, and affliction. You know what I'm saying? That's what our forefather Ezra saw. He saw that. You know what I'm saying? He seen what was going to be happening in the last days. He see that. Whoa, shit. He even said, war is me. You know what I'm saying? Because he seen the destruction and everything that was going to be going on, the nastiness of the scriptures. He actually got to see it. You see?
Since you said the nastiness of the scriptures, I'm going to just jump in and then you got it right back. This Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 10. and he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and it was written therein lamentations and mournings and woes. And that's the nations of the scriptures, man. Death and destruction are all throughout the history, man. All the wars that we fought with heathens and just the prophecies that's about to come to pass in these last days. Most of the people are about to be unalive, man.
Yeah, harsh judgments of the Heavenly Father. That's the nastiness of the scriptures. And you go into the harsh judgments that the Heavenly Father is dishing out with this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 15. It says, "For the sword and their destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands."
Swords in their hand. The sword is associated with the so-called, the so-called white man. The biblical nationality, the Edomites. That's what the sword is connected to. The devil. The modern day sword, that's the gun. And the ultimate sword, that's, those arrows, the missiles, Because that's the ones that's who gonna take up arms. That's what it's called. That's why you got the Constitution. You got a whole bunch of motherfucking Edomite. They will revert to the Constitution. They get the right to bear arms. You know what I'm saying? And when you go into it, it's an actual law that we can bear arms against, like tyranny and shit like that, or corrupt government.
Yeah,
that's what the right to bear arms really go back to. We gotta go over it. You know what I'm saying?
Government.
Huh?
It's to go against the government.
Yeah, a corrupt government though. You know what I'm saying? Like tyranny. Look the word tyranny up real quick. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. Because the main ones who gonna take up them swords, you know what I'm saying? Like the white man got $1 million worth of guns. I don't know if Jake's ever seen that video on YouTube. The brother Ashiar sent it months ago. He sent the video that Edomite nigga got $1 million worth of guns. Niggas don't got $1 million. I don't give a fuck who they is. I don't give a fuck if you P. Diddy. He don't got $1 million worth of guns. You got tyranny?
Yeah, I got it. No, this is tyranny according to Google search. It says cruel and oppressive government or rule.
There you go. Cruel or oppressive government or rule. And the direction that the government is going in is going towards that. Cruel. You know what I'm saying? What is another word like it?
It said cruel and oppressive.
Oppressive. Oppressive. You know what I'm saying? Oppressive, they gonna oppress you. Go ahead.
Another definition, it said a nation under cruel and oppressive government, cruel, unreasonable, or arbitrary use of power or control.
Arbitrary use of power and control. That's why you got something known as what's that shit called, man? Damn, fuck. Read the scripture I got.
This and then it said unreasonable too. And when
hell
the scripture said that they shall come in like madmen spreading love.
Oh, Draco. The water, y'all about you want to shot draconian measures. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's what it's gonna be. Harsh penalties for minor offenses. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna be.
This is 2 Ezra.
And so for if that's the case, well, guess what? People say, well, we just gonna douse a nigga with gasoline and set his motherfucking ass on fire. No, real talk, because that's the. You got something. You got the what's that shit called? With the Sarah Connor movie, Terminator. You got the Terminator. You got something in that movie. A group of individuals known as the Resistance. So you gonna have niggas resisting. Well, guess what? You had the motherfucker douse his own self in gasoline and set himself on fire. The army nigga. Free Palestine! That nigga, and brothers remember that shit, bro. Where the nigga goddamn doused himself in a that's a form of extreme protest. Yeah. You see the nigga doused himself in gasoline and set himself on Free Palestine! Like, you see? So nigga go douse their own selves in gasoline, cause they gonna be convicted in a spirit for all the wickedness that these fucking devils have done and continue to do on the planet Earth. Motherfucker, these soft ass, weak ass Edomites, you know, these mentally weak. You a bitch, nigga. What? I got white privilege, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? You think I'm about to go douse myself with gasoline? You know those. What you call it? God, there's a particular spirit, man.
Preppy school.
Preppy, yeah. This motherfucker, they ain't finna think it, nigga. What? They grew up with a motherfucking multi-million dollars, and nigga, they ain't finna fucking. That's a poverty-prone white, nigga. Oh, yeah, like Henry Kissinger said, dumb, stupid animals, military man. He a dumb, stupid animal, nigga.
Hey, that's why.
All you gonna get, Mr. Lock, real quick, you got it. All you gonna get is a road in your neighborhood, nigga. They gonna name a street after you. Fuck out of here, man.
And that's why the scripture talking about the nation shall take up a taunting proverb against thee, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because this man, he can't stop taking, man. All right, and the scripture talking about you've been blessed with the sword for what? To rule. Yeah, no, to rule, man. Okay, by the sword thou shalt rule, man. Okay, so if this man, he can't stop murdering people because it's part of him staying on top, man. You know what I'm saying? It's people up there eating myself don't crazy. They give me my like, why can't we just work peace and all that other dumb shit, man? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or the other colored people, the nations, they're like, why are you in our land? Why are you here and all that stuff like that? Well, because the nigga has to, man. He's a murderer. He was a murderer from the beginning. Okay, you got some more on that?
Yeah, this is our 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall
now
not.
We read that earlier. That's the spirit, right? Did brother read that earlier?
Yeah.
So it's gonna come to a point. It's gonna come to a point. You know. Yeah, he started up, but that's cool though. That's perfect. It's going to come to a point where niggas gonna go run into your house, man. I need that peanut butter and jelly. So I said, hey, you feel me? Sure, he can't eat no books.
Man, what?
You know what I'm saying? I need that. I ain't like that nigga, BG, he had that song. I want it. You got this old school shit. Hey, look. I'm showing my age, you know what I'm saying? That nigga had that song, bro. You see? So that's what they invaded one another going into. That's what our forefather Ezra saw. He saw niggas kicking doors. You know what I'm saying? You know? Because when you got the Ring camera, if brothers have Ring camera or app familiar or similar to that, they have the fucking, it's like a community chat on there. And people always be talking about, oh, this happened, that happened. Somebody came in my yard, they broke into my garage, they did this, they did that. You know what I'm saying? So that shit just gone increase, man.
2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Yeah, kings and princes, you know, politicians, they would be, you know, similar to princes, man. Niggas just gonna get gasoline, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Molotov cocktails, niggas use that too. It's gonna come there. You had the bombing at the motherfucking one facility a couple months ago out west, a fucking fertility clinic, if I ain't mistaken, where the niggas used bombs something up that bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you had another situation, a form of extreme protesters where niggas get the gun. The nigga in New York, the shooter, he went up in a high rise at the thing and unalived the cop and other people. His brothers ain't see that.
Manhattan.
In Manhattan and shit. He came all the way from Vegas. All the way from Vegas, you know what I'm saying, to Manhattan. That nigga was pissed. He had, you know what I'm saying? He was pissed, bro.
That's
right. Hey, you know why though? That was like a form of protest, you know what I'm saying? You know, about, you know, probably the different legislations, and he probably got fucked by some law or something that affected him. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Yeah, because they gonna have this, it's gonna be restricted movement. You ain't gonna get the move. You ain't gonna go to the farmer's market, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna go to the farmer's market. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna go to you know, you ain't gonna go to Mill Creek Falls. You ain't gonna be moving around. You ain't gonna go to these bars and these motherfucking harlot houses. You ain't even going to church. Yeah, you ain't going to church. Church gonna be on a microphone for everybody to hear that shit in the whole community. You feel me? Oh, yeah. You don't gonna be no church service with a nigga now with the sweat with the mask. You ain't gonna. Ain't gonna be restricted movement. One world order. You bow down at the sound of the motherfucking chronic flute. You We read the book of Daniel, man. You niggas with that
Oh,
old
the sound of
statue,
the
you know what I'm
flute.
saying? With the sound of the flute, niggas blow the flute, nigga, you just bow down, nigga.
What
No.
Bill Gates and Hill said, the next one's gonna be something else that's gonna outdo the first one. Okay, and with that,
Right.
he wants, like I said, they can want restrictions, man. Them motherfuckers, they want complete control of your life, man.
Yeah.
Where you can't make a move unless they say so. You
Yeah.
can't think a thought unless they want you to think it, man.
Yeah.
That's the type of world we're coming to, and people are gonna freak out because we're born in a country where the whole belief of it or staying here is that you can do whatever the fuck you want, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why people was in Rome. They wanted in Rome you can believe in whatever you want to believe in, as long as you paid your dues. Okay? But we're not in that no more. This is a transformation. This is mutated into that new world order deal, man. Where you're gonna have to drop all your beliefs, everything, your culture and all stuff like that, and it ultimately boils down to worshiping Satan, man. Because what Yahushua had to do, Satan came to Yahushua in John 4th chapter and said, listen, all the kingdoms of the world I have control over, but you have to bow down to me. Okay, so it shows you that Satan runs this until Yahushua come back. Satan runs this world that we live in, man, and different nations they just go under different idols, names, and worship Satan. That's it, man. Okay, that's it, man. And then with AI, okay, AI, man, this is crazy because it's like kind of like a two-edged sword, man. Because AI is exposing this devil, all right, and then AI gonna flip on you. AI is gonna flip on you, man, because you making this thing learn and stuff like that, right? It's gonna flip on you, man. You've seen it in all the movies, man.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be detrimental to your own self, man. But point being is, man, you have some more on that? Go
This is Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 18. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Verse 19.
Yeah, right. So that's what's coming to this place. Men gonna be afraid, you know what I'm saying? Typically you got, for the most part, the women, they be fearful.
Yeah.
But the things the Heavenly Father gonna send on the earth on this go around, and like they say, of biblical proportions, it's gonna make, the scripture said, the mighty man shall cry their ability. Fuck you talking about, man? So this mighty Macho Man Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan type niggas, your brother, you know what I'm saying? They even gonna be, you know what I'm saying?
The thug niggas.
The thug niggas, cause we know what the thug niggas is, man. You know, they really just, you know, that, perfect, man, bro.
We're real big,
yeah, call for your mama, nigga. That's what a bunch of niggas is, you call for your mama, nigga. Or try to, you know, go get the gun, you know what I'm saying? You know, go ahead.
It says, 2 Ezra 15 and 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with a sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
And people crashing out over a little simple shit right now, man. Imagine when it comes down to actual survival, man.
Right.
Where like you need this to order to live the next day. It's gonna get so nasty out because look, brothers be driving. I'm talking about everywhere, man. People are so in a fucking rush. They still got this road rage about themselves. They just ready to flip out any little thing, man, because their personal life is you know in shambles. So they taking out on you, man. People just looking for a reason to get at you, basically, man. And we it's not even, you can still go to the store, as brother saying, you can still get your medicines, you can still you know what I'm saying, relax and chill. Niggas, like I said, smoke a blunt, all that shit, man. Or you can still got your goodies, man. Okay, you still got your vices. But when it comes to, you can't have none of that. Oh yeah, the people gonna fucking lose it, man. They gonna say, fuck it, I don't give a fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the scriptures talk about a time since no other. And here it is, the prophets of old, Ezra and all stuff like that, Paul, you know, the prophets of old, basically, man. Yeah. Okay, they seen death regularly. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the Roman Empire, the games and stuff. Nigga, like we don't see death like that. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers get chopped up and shit. But them men, they seen all that stuff like that because the ancient world was way rougher, man, on some Mortal Kombat type shit, man. And they seen animals, they had encountered with animals and stuff. You had to defend the animal. My point being is, them men had more testosterone. They seen death, but when they seen the future that we're living in right now, they said they got sick, man.
Right.
So that lets you know how crazy it's about to get, man.
Hey, cause you gotta think like this. Even the elder that was here from VA said every male should know what it feel like to kill something. Like seriously, like it's just manly shit.
Yeah.
You even had to hunt for your food back in the ancient world.
Yeah.
To then you got the pleasure of going and it's already wrapped up for you. Only thing you gotta do is cook it.
Yeah.
Back in the day, man, you had to go hunt. If you don't hunt, you don't eat.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. And then when people get winged off this food, all right, there's a lot of like I said, men naturally produce testosterone and naturally aggressive and shit like that. Like I said, when they get winged off all them drugs and get sober, like man, men are gonna go back to that their natural state, man, their natural way they're supposed to be, you know. And women gonna go back all this dyke shit and trying to be tough.
Right.
I'm telling you, man, them hoes gonna fold, man. They gonna fold and they gonna know their place, man. That's why the women in other countries, they don't do that shit, man. Because there's other men protecting them over here. Okay? But the point being is things are gonna go back to their natural state and it's gonna get real fucking bad out here, man.
Real graphic. Like I said, basically men gonna be in their survival instinct mode. That's why it's good to talk about cannibalism. People are gonna be fucking eating each other, bro.
Oh man.
Like literally dude gonna be like, look man, I'm trying to live. So you gotta die, I'm gonna chop you up in the fire and eat you. That's like the other going into like, it's gonna get that graphic and that real, bro.
Remember they showed it on if brothers never watched the show Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
Remember that? Yeah, Malcolm, man, he was. I had already seen Walking Dead. I fucking binge watched that shit years ago. You feel me? Like, you know, but yeah, that they showed you in that movie, and then not even that part. That's one part. They had multiple scenes throughout the show. But they showed you niggas was eating, it wasn't no motherfucking cows.
Right.
When they got to Terminus, if brothers remember that one when they got to this building called Terminus and they accepted them in, and they was asking the bitch, Michonne asking nigga Rick, you see any cows around here? Because they was killing like people, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, even Soylent Green, we always mention that with Charleston Heston's. Soylent Green is pillow! Niggas gonna be eating people, protein bars, like old motherfucker Snowpiercer with Evan, what's his nigga name? Mike Evans, whatever that nigga name.
Yeah, they played in Captain America.
Yeah.
Oh, hold up. Oh, I got you. They remember America is a nation of meat eaters, man.
Yeah.
They overindulge and eating. Yeah, they
carnivorous. Cause a lot of motherfuckers, they like they shit with blood in it. You know what I'm saying? Rare. Not just Edomites, even you got niggas and heathens. Heathens especially, they got their spirit on them too. But they be eating bloody ass food and, you know what I'm saying? And niggas, they under that vibration as well, man. A lot of niggas, they bloodthirsty, man.
Yeah, I always gonna bring out too movies with cannibalism of the domestics. Yeah, brothers ever seen that? That's a good movie. Niggas telling him, he was like, he had fed him. He was like, what is that, cow, bird? He's like, when was the last time you seen a cow?
Yeah, right.
He said pretty. He's like, I know you ain't talking about humans, right? He said pretty good, right? Niggas started throwing up and shit.
Oh,
dude, that shit is sick, man. And like, listen, man, after you go to eating another human like that, I said it before, man, like you just broke the food chain right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're it's just like a pit bull when you feed them certain meats and stuff.
Yeah.
Like their nature changes, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is with people, man. You can't, bro. You cannot go back to being normal no more, man. Like you just ate another motherfucking person, bro. Like you know about McDonald's shit, but you knew you ate another person. Like, what makes you think you gonna do it again?
Yeah, that's why.
Nigga, no.
That's why in the movie, the Book of Eli.
And then my boy, if it tasted good.
Yeah, well, that nigga Chris Evans, like I was mentioning, Snowpiercer, the movie. He said, you know what I hate about myself the most? he liked the way babies taste.
Yeah.
Cause he ate babies. He was talking about how they tender, you know, they flesh, they bones. You know, you just chew that shit up and it tastes good. You know, they probably got it's flavorful. You know what I'm saying? You know, the delectable Negro. They was eating Negro babies. You better believe it. You know, Chris Evans then. You know what I'm saying?
What's that word? Delectable means tasty.
Tasty, right? Yep, tasty. Yeah, that's what the nigga said on Snowpiercer. That's what he hated the most about himself. He liked it the way that babies. He liked that shit, man. He had a infatuation with how babies taste. You know what I'm saying?
How can you go back to being normal now? How
You
could a
can't.
society?
It ain't. You gotta go off this earth.
Yes.
There's no going back after that. You gotta just go off this earth, man.
You gotta go off this earth.
You don't belong here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the whole ecosystem's fucked up now. You supposed to be eating animals, vegetables, like the shit that
you
the
don't
Lord
belong
ordained.
here, man. You a real animal.
Yeah, you really. Oh, nigga said the motherfucker said off John Wick. The hotel dude, he said, without rules, we live amongst the animals, and that's why it's about to get real ruthless and lawlessness out here. And people gonna be like animals. They gonna do exactly what animals do. You know what I'm saying?
Savage.
Savage, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it takes to survive, that's what animals do. Whatever it takes to survive, bro. No order.
That's it on that.
Y'all got anything else? Okay.
And man, so with that, we pray this edify. I want to give all glory and praises to God.
Yahweh, Shem, Yahushai, Bashem, Kakadash.
No one to the apostles and elders of great millstone. We will shalom, shalom, bakia, kum, shalom.
Bible.